When we talk about evidence in mediumship, what are we actually talking about? What kind of information is counted or accepted as evidential communication? And I'd just like to address as to why that's important as well, and why do we do that? Why do we need to bring through evidence during our communications? Well, I suppose really without evidence, how can we prove the consistent continuation of the spirit, of our spirit and of our loved ones in the spirit world? Really, the job of the medium is to prove the continual existence of life after death, that we do actually continue on, that we do go on, and that we don't die. There is no death. It's just that when we pass over, we're released from the physical body, and it's the energetic part of us that's continues. So when a medium connects with the spirit world, I feel it's very important that there is some evidence of continued life, of that loved one's life that's connecting with the medium. So things that are considered as evidence are things like their character, what they did for a living, their likes and dislikes, details about their life, their work, family, pets, favourite colours, favourite places they visited, memories, specific memories, dates, times, passing conditions, when they passed. There's so much that could be counted as evidence. And when a medium is giving evidential communication, it's really important to be able to get off to a flying start in the communication, and in that way bringing through the evidence. So when I first started my journey on the platform, and I first started to serve the spiritualist churches and to do platform demonstrations, I knew that I needed to work pretty quickly, because you only have 5 to 7 minutes with each person to deliver the communication. So you've got to know who you're with in the spirit world pretty quickly, know who you're with in the audience, and deliver the evidence to establish the true identity of that person that you're bringing through. And so what I did was I made 5 pieces of evidence. I wrote them down on a piece of paper that were important for me. And I sat in meditation and I gave that over to the spirit world. And I asked my guides if it was possible to work with me in this way, to help me with my communication. And I did that, and it worked for me pretty quickly. I'd say it worked within about 6 months of continuously working with that. I didn't consciously go into my mind when I was demonstrating thinking, oh, I want those 5 pieces of information. I had handed it over to the spirit world, and I trusted in them to work with me in that way. And because otherwise, if I'm in a demonstration and I'm in my mind and I'm consciously thinking about those 5 pieces of evidence, what happens is that I go into my mind and I come out of my power. And that's not really where you want to be. So it's kind of just writing down your 5 pieces of information, handing them over to the spirit world, and leaving it there, and trusting your guides that they will work with you in that way to bring through that evidential information to help you with your communication. And that can be really helpful extremely helpful in a private sitting, also helpful in your public demonstrations. And why is this important? Well, it's the first few minutes really in a sitting or a demonstration of that communication that is essential to get the medium, to get you off to a flying start. Because if you, for example, in the first sort of 60 seconds of you go to someone, you say, oh, I think I've got your mother here. I feel that she passed in May of a heart attack, or whatever it is that's coming through. If you start to give that information, and then all of a sudden you get to know in that first 60 seconds or first couple of minutes, it can really throw you out of your power as a medium. And then what do we do to get back in our power? We have to go over the information again that we've given, that we've got yeses for, to get back in our power. So it's all time consuming, you see. So this is where I feel the 5 pieces of information are essential to get you, the medium, off to a flying start with your communication, with evidential communication, so that you can establish very quickly who you've got with you in the audio, who you've got with you in the spirit world, who you want to go to, who they want to speak to, and what do they want to say. And I think that's really the beauty of working with evidence. And then once you've established your communicator, then you can begin to bring them alive and bring in as much detail about their life as you possibly can, as they want to give you, because we are but the channel, so we are interpreting what the spirit world are bringing to us. We're like translators in a way, aren't we? And because they're bringing through images, they're bringing through feelings, they're bringing through, if you're clairaudient, you can hear. But when you're working with mental mediumship, it can be a little bit tricky, because it's down to the interpretation of what the spirit are giving you as a medium to be able to interpret that and deliver it to the audience or to the recipient in a way that they can understand it and know it to be true. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. So if you'd like to, do that practice, it's very easy to do. You just sit very quietly and think about 5 pieces of information that you would like to help you with your personal demonstration or sit-ins, with evidential sit-ins, and bring through that evidence with your team, with your spirit team. Hand it over to them, trust them, and they will work with you.